What does a Lincoln Head penny and a major Tacoma landmark have in common? Both celebrate their 100 birthdays this year. Tacoma architect Ambrose James Russell envisioned building Tacoma into a world-class cultural center. The Tacoma Armory was one of his designs.
He saw the primary purpose, of course, as being military, but that it could be used for other events. And he was trying to build a very larger civic spirit in Tacoma.
The Tacoma National Guard Armory served the community during times of unrest, war, and natural calamities.
We've had 3 sitting presidents visit the Tacoma Armory. We've had a number of notable, famous people visit the Tacoma Armory. And of course, it's been home to the community, it's been home to us. Many soldiers getting ready to mobilize and deploy for state emergencies and to war as well.
Initially, the Armory was to be the meeting and training facility for Tacoma's now called National Guard. When it was finished, it was at that time the first large building that could hold other events.
The Armory became Tacoma's core event center, hosting rallies, welcoming heads of state like Norway's Crown Prince Olaf in the 30s. Presidents Taft, Wilson, and Truman visited the Tacoma Armory during its first 50 years of service.
I mean, you read about the early boxing matches. I mean,
the smokers were...
Golden Gloves actually started there before they went to the field house.
For recreation, you could catch a Saturday night boxing tournament, or take in a concert, or even go to a dance spanning jitterbugs to rock and roll. There were home shows as well as special demonstrations. Of course, for decades, it was large enough for local high school graduations, too.
This building has seen just about everything that there is to see over the course of the past century.
Technically, the Armory showcased its first major event on New Year's Eve in 1908 with a gala ball. Last December, the Guard hosted a centennial birthday ball in the Armory's 20,000 square foot drill hall.
But it was a really neat night. We had soldiers in our dress uniform, our blues. Some were in period costumes. Some guys running around like gangsters. Some people were dressed like Continental soldiers, all the way to the present day.
Now, if it looks like a medieval castle, you're not too far off. Ramparts for pouring boiling oil on attackers, archers' windows, and turrets are deliberate features unique to our Tacoma landmark.
It's got character compared to most office spaces that I've usually worked in. This one has some character.
The Armory was designed as a multi-purpose facility with lower levels for cavalry, with the upper level for the infantry.
They made a stable out of it. It was a prison. It's been everything.
In fact, the Armory has had many things here that aren't here now, such as a swimming pool and a shooting range.
Total cost for the Armory in 1909 was $95,000, with Pierce County throwing in the land. Its 2009 assessed value is approximately $2.5 million. Now that's a lot of Lincoln Head pennies. Armory staff speak of the building with pride and affection.
I'm glad that it was built with a sense of architecture, with beauty in mind. It seems like we've kind of lost that.
Back in 2007, the grand old lady was treated like a runway model when the City of Tacoma Arts Commission and the National Guard teamed up and opened the doors of the Armory to dozens of area photographers.
So to come in and help them celebrate and make public their home was a great opportunity, as well as being able to climb the towers, go out on the roofs, look at the turrets. It's just, made for photographers around Tacoma.
The Tacoma National Guard Armory stands today as part of the city's contemporary skyline.
It represents a major period in Tacoma history, a period of hope. Watch Tacoma grow.
I'll tell you what, the Armory's been a great home for us in the community for the last 100 years, and I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be a great home for us in the next 100 years. So, it's hard to divine what the future holds, but as for now, we're pretty happy with the Armory.